Let's begin our bulletin news. First, a report on recent activity by Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng on October 15th held a meeting with voters in Dong Da, Ba Dinh, and Hai Bà Trưng districts of Hanoi. Voters praised the party's strong resolve in fighting corruption and other negative acts. They mentioned the overcrowding at hospitals and public health facilities, calling for radical solutions to improve the grassroots-level health system and ensure sufficient human resources for grassroots-level health facilities. Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng appreciated responsible opinions of voters at the meeting. He said the fight against corruption and other negative phenomena must be done in a persistent, methodical and convincing manner so that violators can acknowledge their wrongdoings and show a deterrence to others, noting the process of handling offenders must follow the party's principles and laws.
Coming up now, we report on recent activity by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on October 15 chaired a dialogue on the promotions of gender equality and the role that women play in socio-economic development. He said overall historical periods, women always play a special role in and make great contributions to the national construction, defense and development. The party instead always pay great attention to ensuring gender equality and promoting women's progress with many policies related to training, caring for women's health, and supporting them in employment and startup, he said. According to the Vietnam Women's Union, women are taking 30.26% of total seats at the 15th National Assembly. The ratios of wage earners is 48.3%, while 26.5% of total enterprises of the country are led by women. On this occasion, Prime Minister Chính presented awards to 10 outstanding women who showed excellent performance in implementing the government's projects on encouraging and supporting women in engaging a number of social issues related to women.
We have more news coming up next. Let's take a look.
Politburo member and Minister of Public Security General Thăm paid a 3-day official visit to Cuba from October 12 to 14. Lam met with General Raúl Castro and paid a courtesy call to First Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba's Central Committee and President of Cuba, Miguel Díaz-Canel Bémundet. Reaffirming Vietnam's support to Cuban people's revolutionary cause, he said he believes Cuba will overcome all difficulties and challenges and record greater successes. Earlier, General Lam had a meeting with Cuban Prime Minister Manuel Maduro Cruz, who had just visited Vietnam earlier this month. He held talks with Cuban Minister of the Interior's Lieutenant General Lázaro Ambeto Álvarez Casas. The two sides pledged to strengthen cooperation in trans-border crime combat and increase the exchange of delegations at all levels and experts in many fields. During their stay, the Vietnamese delegation paid tribute to President Ho Chi Minh at the park named after the Vietnamese leader in Havana and visited Fidel Castro's center, where the legacies left by the Cuban leader are kept.
State budget collection in the January to September period was estimated at nearly $56 billion, reaching 94% of the yearly target and up 22% from the same period last year, according to the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance said 61 out of 63 provinces and cities have met over 75% of their targets in domestic collection, and 52 localities have collected higher tax revenues than the same period last year. However, the disbursement of investment in development in the 9-month period is still behind schedule at roughly 47% of the plan. Only 7 ministries and 20 localities disbursed over half of the assigned investment capital, while 14 ministries and central agencies and 2 localities disbursed under 20%. Based on the budget revenues in the first 9 months of the year, the ministry forecasts that the economy would expand 7 to 7.5% this year, while export value would increase by over 9% and import value by 10.5% year-on-year. The northern city of Haiphong attracted more than $1.24 billion in foreign direct investment in the first 9 months of this year.
The FDI flow came from 11 countries and territories across the world. The city has always been among the top destinations for foreign direct investment in Vietnam, It is currently home to nearly 830 valid FDI projects worth nearly $24 billion from 42 countries and territories. The Republic of Korea is the leading investor here in terms of both the project's number and value. Over 170 projects worth about $10 billion, equivalent to 41% of the total FDI.
Over 17 million Vietnamese people, or 35% of the workforce, are joining social insurance, according to the Vietnam Social Security.
At the sector's recent online conference, the Vietnam Social Security said, as of September, nearly 15 million people were participating in compulsory social insurance, while 1.5 million others were joining voluntary insurance. Health insurance covers over 87 million people, or 88% of the population, while 14 million pay unemployed insurance. The sector's priority tasks in the remaining months of this year are to increase the number of participants and complete the collections of insurance premiums. To fulfill its targets for 2022, the sector needs to attract additional 1.9 million social insurance participants in the fourth quarter.
Coffee has been planted in the northern mountainous province of Sơn La since the 1990s, with the initial mission of reducing poverty. Coffee then became the province's main industrial crop, with many high-quality products conquering fastidious markets. Local businesses are now making every effort to further develop high-quality products with the aim of trademarking Sơn La's coffee brand. As one of the first households to get involved in growing coffee, Nguyễn Xuân Thảo has been in the business for 30 years. In 2017, from his efforts, a 150-hectare cooperative focusing on planting organic coffee was set up. Its pure powdered coffee is currently the only product from Sơn La province in the top 20 national one commune, one product old crop products, meeting 5-star standards.
Được chuyển giao công nghệ của Viện Khoa học và Bộ Nông nghiệp thì chúng tôi đã
We switched to organic coffee in 2017 when technology was transferred by the Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development. This variety is disease resistant, adaptive to the local environment, and generates higher productivity and value.
Hiệu quả và giá trị cao hơn của cái sản phẩm của cà phê cũ.
Established in 2018, the Fuxing Sơn La Coffee Journal Company is one business that has focusing on producing high-quality coffee.
Our company produces high-quality coffee called Blue Sơn La. To produce high-quality coffee from Sơn La's Arabica beans, we cooperated with local farmers to develop raw materials areas, using the best farming techniques and processes.
Sơn La currently has the largest coffee area in the northern region, with about 17,000 hectares, yielding a yearly output of about 30,000 tons. In 2017, Sơn La Coffee was granted a certificate of geographical indication, becoming a regional specialty.
Để mà nâng tầm cái thương hiệu cây cà phê thì
Sơn La pays regard to producing clean coffee and high-quality coffee to promote the local coffee brand.
quảng cáo cũng như là tiếp thị sản phẩm.
From an initial mission of reducing poverty, coffee has now become the main industrial crop in Sơn La province. Many specialty and high-quality coffee products have conquered juicy markets, contributing to affirming Vietnam's brand on the world coffee map.